Good morning, SS2 students. We are continuing our lessons today with a new topic as usual. In the last lesson, we were able to see the factors that determine the electoral success of a political party. We are still not done with political parties. We still have one more thing to discuss about political parties, and we are discussing it this morning, today. That is party systems. Say it again. Party systems. Party systems. Okay. Let us understand the meaning of party systems. When we get into a political system, a democratic system, we usually have political parties. In some places, we have many political parties, and maybe only one or two are active, only one or two are capable of winning elections. In some places, only one party has the capacity, the power, the influence to win elections. In some, maybe up to 2 or 3 or 4 or more parties have the capacity to win elections. So we are going to understand these different kinds of systems and what we call them and what they are exactly. So welcome, and let us discuss party systems. What is a party system? To start with, what is the party system? To define a party system, we say that a party system is, or the party system refers to the number of political parties, number of political parties operating in a political system, as well as the sum total of the relationships existing among all the parties within the political system. Let me take it again. The number of political parties existing in a political system and the sum total of relationships, the sum total of interrelationships among all the parties. In a place where we have just one party, it is the relationships that exist within the groups or among the groups and units of that single party. That is what we call the party system. When we are defining a system, we talk about a system in terms of something that has different parts, different functional parts that each of which has a particular function to play, role to play within the system, so that the system can be working. That is also the same as party system. All parties have one thing to do. Each party has one thing or the other to do within the system in order to make sure that the system is running. That is the party system. The number of parties and the relationships, the interrelationships that exist among them, how they interact with each other, how they outmaneuver each other, the intrigues they play among themselves, the way they cooperate among themselves, how they network themselves, how they cooperate, how they use one another in one way or the other to achieve their interests. That is what we mean by the party system. Okay, having said that, let us look at the board. We have 4 types of party systems on the board here, though the fourth one isn't really a party system, but we are going to see it also. So let's look at the first one, is the one-party system. Say it again. The one-party system. Again, the one-party system. Okay, the one-party system is a party system in which there is only one party, only one political party that has the capacity to stand and win elections in a political system. Only one party. No, it's not as if there is only one existing party. Okay, but in some places there is only one existing party. Let me differentiate the two, because we have 2 types of one-party system. Let me say it again. A system in which there is only one party that has the capacity or the power to stand and win elections. We have the one we call the de facto one-party system. De facto. facto. Can you see it? De facto one-party system and the de jure one-party system. Let me differentiate the two. The de facto one-party system is the resultant effect of one party being capable of convincing people, having a large network, far larger network of membership and cooperation than the rest. That is the de facto one party. So in relating to the people in the country, that single party, that one party has the capacity to reach out to more people. It is a bigger party. It has built itself very well, very strongly on a very big, a very good foundation, and for that reason it gets more support than all other parties. So it dominates the whole system. It is also called the dominant one-party system. It is called the de facto one-party system, or it is called the dominant one-party system. The second type of one-party system is the de jure one-party system. De jure, that is a situation in which the government has made a law to prevent the formation of more than one party. So where the government has made a law to prevent more than one party, to prohibit the formation of other parties and then establish only one party, then we have the jure one-party system. That is the legislated one-party system. In many of our countries, we have, especially in African countries, there are some African countries that operate either in fact, most likely the jure one-party system, even though it is getting out of fashion right now because democracy is taking over, or because the jure one-party system isn't really very democratic. That is, we had cases like that in Ghana when Dr. Kwame Nkrumah legislated the Convention People's Party. We had one in Malawi, when we had Kamuzu Banda, that was the president of Malawi of those days. We had one in the Tanzania African National Union, and so on. So many of these countries did not allow any other party to exist than the ruling party, that single party that was ruling. Are we together? Okay. So that is the one-party system. Let us look at the two-party system. In the two-party system, there are only two parties that have the capacity to win elections, so that power alternates between the two of them. Power alternates between the two of them. In that case, we also have the de facto and the de jure two-party system. In some cases, it is only those two parties that are able to build themselves to the level of being able to win elections, or the government has made a law to prevent the formation of any other parties. In Nigeria, in the Third Republic, the failed Third Republic, we had a de jure two-party system, where we had the National Republican Convention and the Social Democratic Party, legislated by the government. So these two parties dominated the political landscape and contested all the elections because government had prohibited the formation of another party. So these are the de facto and the de jure two-party system. Just like the way I explained the previous one, the one-party system, it also applies to the two-party system in this case. Okay, let us look at the multi-party system. You can see the name multi. The name multi means many. So where we have three or more political parties operating and capable of winning elections, we say there is a multi-party system. Three or more political parties. That is where we have a very robust democracy, where we have so many parties. Okay, I didn't give examples of where the two-party system is working. In the United States, there are two parties that are capable of winning elections. One is the Republican Party, the other is the Democratic Party. Now, these two parties have been exchanging power, alternating power between themselves for more than 3 or 4 or 5 decades. Only these two. In the United Kingdom, a similar situation occurs also, where the Labour Party and the Conservative Party also alternate power between themselves for as long as For as long as we have known, or I have known, I personally have observed the UK parliamentary system since the days of the 1970s or 1980s and so on. It has always been either the Labour Party or the Conservative Party. So that is a typical example of a two-party system. In Nigeria, there is probably an emerging two-party system in Nigeria also, where we have the APC and PDP, showing strength at the national level. So it's an emerging two-party system. It is not yet a stable two-party system. It's not yet a stable two-party system. It is still trying to grow, and we are observing to know whether it will be that way or it will become any other thing that will bear something a different name. Are we together? All right. So now coming to the multi-party system, we have 3 or more parties that have the capacity to stand and win elections. These 3 or more parties are free to recruit members, to get members from anywhere, stand for elections and win. So in that case now we have a multi-party system. Are we together? The 4th one on the board, we have the zero-party system. Seriously, that is not a party system for sure, but we know that at one time or another, some countries operate political processes without the participation of political parties. So when the political process is operated without the participation of political parties, we can refer to it as a zero-party system. We've had 2 cases in Nigeria, 1976 local government elections and 1997 local government elections. All were conducted on the basis of no party. So parties did not take part in those elections, so they are called zero-party elections. That is how we are able to coin zero-party system. Not as if there is, conceptually, not as if there is really a zero-party system. But if you come across a question that says list 4 different types of party systems, please add zero-party system. If you have a question that says 3 different types, write 1, 2, 3. But if they say 4 types of party systems, please add this one, and in order for you to be safe. All right, having explained these 4 types of party systems, we can say we've come to the end of this lesson for now. I want to ask you, before the next lesson, please go find out the advantages and disadvantages of each of these party systems. Present them to me. Let me hear from you. See you.